Back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Marco. Polo. Marco. Usada, motherfucker. Marco Polo Reyes was flagged by Usada for a failed drug test stemming from an out-of-competition sample. So that means his most recent win this year, not too long ago, just January 14th, 2 months ago, over Matt Frivola will not be overturned because this stems from an out-of-competition sample. I believe if this would have came from an in-competition sample, then this the result of that fight would have been overturned. And I brought this up because not only this is a somewhat notable fighter being flagged by Usada, but also he most recently fought Matt Frivola. At the time I checked it out, Matt Frivola was then undefeated. So you have to wonder, if a guy just fought 2 months ago and then you got popped by Usada shortly after, you gotta wonder if he might have been using during that fight, and that would suck for a guy that was undefeated to fight this guy. But the sample didn't come from in competition, so I believe this loss will remain on Matt Frivola's record. But the UFC released a statement on Marco Polo Reyes being flagged by Usada, and this is what they had to say. The UFC organization was notified today that the U.S. anti-doping agency has informed Marco Reyes of a potential anti-doping policy violation stemming from an out-of-competition sample collected on March 8th, 2018. So, or 2018, it's March 8th, so that was just 8 days ago. It's March 16th today, so they tested him 8 days ago and they already got it back that quick. That's pretty interesting. So they said Reyes of a potential anti-doping policy violation stemming from an out-of-competition sample collected March 8th, 2018. Usada, the independent administrator of the UFC anti-doping policy, will handle the results management and appropriate adjudication of this case involving Reyes. Under the UFC anti-doping policy, there is a full and fair legal process that is afforded to all athletes before any sanctions are imposed. Additional information will be provided at the appropriate time as the process moves forward. So he's not being sanctioned or anything like that yet. We're not. He's still got, he's still going to be able to defend this, but usually, I mean, we've seen very rare cases where, it's, a tainted supplement or something like that, or therapeutic exemption, but that's pretty rare compared to, usually when USADA flags a guy, though, they're going to be handed down a suspension in the future. So we'll see what happens with Marco Polo Reyes here, and since the sample is stemming from just March 8th, it probably won't have any ramifications on his previous fight that he fought in January. So it's probably still going to count as a win, but hey, he'll probably still be handed down a suspension in the near future. Or, I mean, I don't know how near, but in the future. So with that being said, it is what it is. Marco Polo Reyes was flagged by Usada for a failed drug test. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da! It's the motherfucking DOWG!